Let's get that. Yep, there we go. No, my mic was on. Good morning, everyone. You are listening to That's What They Said on WJOB 1230 AM 104.7 FM in Hammond, Indiana, here at the Strack and Van Til Studios. We're going to do quick traffic and weather before we get straight into the show. And currently, right now, at the Strack and Van Til Studios, it is 66 degrees outside. It's beautiful. It's not 80. It's beautiful.
It is.
Yeah,
it is.
We got a high of 83 degrees, but that's the high. Right now it's 66 and we're happy. With the low of 68 with humidity increasing in the clouds later on today. But other than that, mostly sunny weather. Wednesday, highs of 81 degrees, lows of 68 degrees. Heavy afternoon thunderstorms and a drenching thunderstorm later on in the nighttime. I hope I am in sunny San Diego by that time.
There you go.
Because that I would hate for the flight to be delayed for a thunderstorm.
Yeah.
Thursday, highs of 76 degrees, lows of 67 degrees, humid with a thunderstorm in spots, and thunderstorm early on in the nighttime. And then we are just seeing sunny weather throughout the rest of the weekend. Taking a look at traffic in the northwest region, traffic is looking pretty good. 65 going north and south is looking good. 80 going east and west is looking good. 90 going east and west is looking good. We do have an accident. 2 right lanes are blocked on the Bishop Ford I-94 west at 115th Street, and that is backed up to 137th Street, exit 69. That was reported and updated about 11 minutes ago. So we're seeing a bit of traffic delays if you are headed that way. We'll keep an eye on that. As you move forward into the city, it is looking pretty good. No major traffic. So that is all for your traffic and weather. Let's get right into the show, and I'm going to fix this camera angle for you guys. Go ahead.
Okay, terrific.
Right.
Good morning. It is That's What They Said. I am your host, Michelle Quinn. With us is our fabulous producer, Adriana Alvarez, who is hooking up, getting the scene ready here. We got our co-host, Larry Kyleman.
What up?
And we are jumping into the excitement today because our guest needs to get to work. So anyway, but we do have with us here District 1 Democratic candidate for State Senate, Scott Holdison. Good morning.
Good morning.
So, as Adriana gets you the gear to get you hooked up here. So, this is your first time running anything, is it? Or
It is.
Okay. So, as you're getting in there, can you hear us? All right,
Hop
cool.
up on that mic, and here we go.
All right. So, again, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yeah, my name's Scott Holdison. I'm running for state senator in Senate District 1. That includes Griffith, Highland, Sherrville, Dyer, St. John, the southwest corner of Maryville, Calumet Township, and St. John Township.
Wow, that's big. It's really big.
There's
Big
a
area.
lot of ground to cover. But it's kind of condensed as compared to some of the other Senate
Sure.
districts that stretch way out into the countryside. So,
Sure.
mostly suburban.
Okay.
And I'm really excited to be part of the political process. I'm a working guy. I work at Ford Chicago Assembly Plant. Been there for 37 years.
Wow.
And I've been a leader in my local union and a leader in my national union, the UAW. And the shirt that I'm wearing is part of what I've been able to accomplish in the UAW, which
Okay.
was fighting corruption, fighting concessions, and working to end tiers.
Okay.
Our union back in 2019 was deep in a corruption scandal where a dozen international top-ranking UAW officers and officials pled guilty to crimes varying from taking bribes from the companies they're supposed to be negotiating with on our behalf, and living large on our dues dollars.
Sure.
And out of that corruption scandal, I started a caucus called Unite All Workers for Democracy.
Okay.
And we pushed to not only get those corrupt officials kicked out of our union, but also to get a way to hold future union leaders accountable. So we fought for democracy in our union
Okay.
and won.
Cool.
We had a referendum. We won that referendum by a 2-1 margin, and then recruited candidates to run in the first ever direct elections for international officers in the UAW.
Oh, wow.
And we recruited 7 candidates to run for 14 positions. Thought we might pick up 1 or 2 positions.
Okay.
We ended up sweeping the elections.
Oh, nice.
So that's why today we have President Shawn Fain, who
Okay.
has led a revival of the labor movement.
Sure.
And, I'm very proud of the record that we were able to accomplish
Okay.
in the UAW, fighting corruption, fighting to reverse concessions, and fighting to end tiers.
Okay. Very, very cool. So I guess that leads me then to the question that I ask all the people that, are running for office, especially a first timer. Why?
Why?
Jesus, why?
Well, basically I was asked.
Okay.
First of all, I was at work, on the shop floor. I get a phone call from a number I didn't recognize. You know what I did? It went to voicemail.
Right.
Yep.
When I checked the voicemail, it's a guy named Spencer Garnier, who's the executive director for the Indiana Senate Democratic Caucus.
Okay.
And Spencer wanted to know my opinion of Senate District 1. And thought, well, I live in Senate District 1. I just might have an opinion I can share with this guy. So I call him back, and what he really wanted to know is would I run for state senator? And my first question of Spencer was, how'd you get my number?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then, he told me I had been involved in politics here locally as an activist.
Okay,
You know,
right.
We started a Progressive Democrats of America chapter here in Northwest Indiana. We would go to town council meetings and advocate for different resolutions and things like that.
Right.
But we also helped, get some people elected. We helped Chris Chung and Lisa Beck. We canvassed for them and helped out Carolyn Jackson here in Hammond. And through that, my name got recognized because I was kind of the leader of that chapter for the first few years until I switched over to the UAW stuff.
Okay.
And so that's how he knew my name. At least that's what he told me. And so the first thing I do after I get off the phone with him is I start Googling who's Spencer Garnier.
Right.
Make sure this wasn't some kind of scam, and
right.
it wasn't. And so I told him I'd need to think about it. Went home and talked with my wife Vicki, and actually I didn't go right home and talk with her because I knew that this was going to be a big endeavor,
Right.
Because I had been involved in big endeavors with the UAW, put a lot of time and money and effort into reforming our union. And this was just one more thing to put on that plate that was pretty full already.
Sure.
But to her credit, Vicki was on board from the get-go.
Okay.
She had, this is the seat that Congressman Mervan's father held for quite a while.
Right.
And when we had, during our Progressive Democrats era, we were going to different meetings, and we went to the Hessville Democratic Club, and we met Senator Mervan there and his wife, and Vicki was trying to get me to go, cozy up, and I didn't want nothing to do with it because I wasn't getting involved in politics. I'm not a politician.
Okay.
But now here we are 10, 15 years later, and now I'm running for Senator Mervan's old seat.
Okay. So you were asked, what is, I guess, when they asked you, hey, so what do you think of District 1? Tell us a little bit about what you think about it and why, okay.
Well,
what made you run besides after being asked? Tell us about District 1.
So District 1 obviously is one of 50 Senate seats. And I know that working people are being squeezed.
Right.
And I've lived through it with my union, fighting for better wages, better benefits, more time with family, and I know that those same influences that were going on in my union that corrupted my union officials, the corporate interests,
Right.
are going on in our state government.
Sure.
And I want to take what I learned fighting to reform the UAW and bring it to the state capitol.
Okay.
It's going to be a persuasion thing because I don't expect we're going to be the majority anytime soon.
Right. Right. So before or stop there for a second. Do you think? I mean, I have my prediction. Do you think we can at least break the supermajority?
I think we can.
Okay.
I'm more optimistic in the House
Okay.
because the numbers are smaller, right? We only need 4 seats in the House
Okay.
out of 100.
Sure.
So we need to pick up 4 extra seats. In the Senate, we need to pick up 7 out of 25.
Right.
And not all the 25 are flip.
Right.
So flip opportunities.
Right.
So this is a small part of that.
Right.
But it's an important part. And it is, in my view, one of the most flippable districts in the state.
Okay.
We have some polling out that shows that we are ahead by a very small margin.
Sure.
But that goes along with not having much name recognition, being a first-time candidate.
Sure.
And not having an opponent in the primary election either. So, now we have to go knock the doors. We have to, get the flyers out. We have to get the mailers out. We have to do things like this to raise our name recognition
Sure.
for our campaign. And I say our campaign because nobody does this alone.
Okay.
We have a ton of volunteers. People are excited about this election.
Yeah.
And, this weekend I was down in Indianapolis for Indiana AFL-CIO
Okay.
Path to Power training.
Okay.
While I was down there with Sarah, my campaign
Yep.
manager, there were more than a dozen people up here campaigning, canvassing for us.
Okay.
So, and, that's how we win. We win by getting people excited about the message, which is to fight for working families. That's what I've done my whole career, and that's what I want to continue to do in the State House.
Okay.
So, keeping that momentum going is going to be the important thing.
Sure.
Getting the name recognition, getting more and more volunteers all the time.
Sure.
And we're doing a good job of it, I think.
Okay. So, you get elected first day in there. What do you see as Northwest Indiana's biggest, issue right now that you're gonna, what bothers you the most?
Well, what bothers me and a lot of people that I've knocked on their doors is their NIPSCO bills.
Okay.
That's probably the number one issue that I hear when I'm going around knocking on doors. And there's a lot of things that we can do, and they tried in the last legislative session. For instance, they tried removing the sales tax from our NIPSCO bills.
Okay.
7% sales tax. That was shot down by the supermajority. Yet they were more than willing to remove the sales tax from the utility bills for data centers for 50 years. That's just incredible to me. And that shows you who has control of our state government. It ain't the people right now.
Right.
It's the corporations. And like I said, that's what I've been doing my whole career, is fighting for justice for working people. And I'm going to continue doing that in the state Senate.
Okay. Do you have any particular plan yet on, for instance, affordability is a big thing, as we know, in the NIPSCO and the stuff. And you mentioned the one to remove the sales tax, correct? Or the legislation. Okay, what are some things you can, when you go down there, what are you going to do?
Well, one thing that we could do, we could cap the amount that they're allowed to increase the rates. We can legislatively cap that.
Okay.
There's another thing we could do. Right now, the Utility Regulatory Commission is appointed. We could change that and have them elected.
Okay.
And put constraints on who can donate to their campaigns.
Okay.
They elect them in Georgia and Alabama. Mm-hmm. Why not Indiana?
Okay. All right. Let's see, Larry, you want to jump in and help me out here, sir?
Yes, sorry, was doing a little bit of prep here. Scott, we have one question from the chat.
Yeah, you guys can call in, too.
Yeah, please, 845-1100, going to take some calls, or at least we'll let them posit their question and then hang up and we can address. Mm-hmm. You know and I know that the state can't do much when we have lockouts like we've been experiencing here in Northwest Indiana. The question from caller Trucker Mike is, what are you going to do about the USW 71 lockout? Well, and what can be done
at the state level?
At the state level.
Yeah, legislatively, there's things that we can do to hold corporations that do business here in Indiana. They have to fund it, and now municipalities are trying to come up with clever ways to make up that difference.
Yep.
And this proposal was, I think, was a clever way, and I can't take responsibility for it. This was an idea of my buddy Terry Stiegel.
Yep.
And yeah,
I know that name.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody knows Terry.
Anyway, it's a way to fill that gap, and also hold BP, British Petroleum, a foreign-owned company, who's locked out hardworking union members, locked out their own workers, hold them accountable, and that's what we can do.
That's one solution.
Yeah.
One method right there. All right. Thank you. You answered my question. I appreciate that very much, sir. 845-1100 is the phone number to call. Call in. Give us your question for Scott and wait for an answer. There we go. That's all you got to do. Just call in and that's it. That's it. Scott, how is it going so far? First timer.
Yeah.
How is this something you would, at this stage, we don't know what's going to happen in November, obviously, but you're here unopposed. How's it going so far?
Yeah, being unopposed in the primary was, helpful in one way, in that, I didn't have to spend a lot of money at the, before I was, had, gotten very many donations. Mm-hmm. And, so that allowed me to build a little bit. But now it's a matter of, getting the name recognition that I didn't get in the primary. My name was on the ballot, and it was near the top. But, and you just see a name, you don't put anything with
it. And for a district as large as District 1 is, it's hard. It's hard, for sure.
So, I guess it's going very well. We have a lot of volunteers. We have gotten endorsements from a lot of the major unions in the area.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
The steel workers, the UAW, the AFT. We're working on ISTA. We have UFCW. A lot of union endorsements. Mm-hmm. The flight attendants union has endorsed us.
Do you fly often?
Not a lot.
Well, it's good that you got their endorsement, though.
I prefer to drive, but
I like it. Right.
Sure.
But they know that I'm going to fight for working people, and whether I take an airplane or not, there are working people that are directing that
Sure.
flight, and they need a fair shake.
For sure.
Sure.
For sure. For sure.
So I was going to, or to that end, so we're campaigning now in, some would say, sort of an extreme state. We saw this weekend that Mr. Roderick Bray, he was, Larry, Senate, I just looked at this, the Senate, he's a Senate leader, has been decided he's not going to run again for leadership. So, it's a very, with the, as you know, Mr. Durnall was primaried because, he didn't do what he was told to do, which was,
Yeah.
with the redistricting. So
Right.
you're walking into not only a supermajority, but kind of an almost an extremist. And, you look at your opponent, Mr. DeVries, and there's a lot of extreme, imagery in his campaign. And so what's that been like? Have you encountered a lot of that?
I have not encountered a lot of extremism.
Okay.
So yes, the reason that my opponent is my opponent now is because of a retribution to
Right.
her
Yep.
by the President of the United States because he didn't get his way in redistricting. So if if I get elected, I'm going to be a vote against redistricting.
Right.
If my opponent gets elected, he's going to be a vote for redistricting.
Right.
The question is how many others. I intend to win this race, so we're gonna be able to keep this
Right.
vote against redistricting. But what's going to happen with the rest of the state? And I think Indiana is a very interesting state
Okay.
because we are very independent.
Okay.
If you look back in 2008 in the presidential election,
Right.
Indiana went for Barack Obama.
We sure did.
In the primary election in 2016, we went for Bernie Sanders. And then, since then, we've been a Trump stronghold. But I think people are beginning to realize the effects of their votes.
Okay.
So, we're right now in the midst of a unnecessary war in Iran.
Right.
And that was a war of choice. It was actually Benjamin Netanyahu's choice for us to get into war with Iran. It wasn't our choice. And we are paying the price. The Iranian people are paying the much higher price than we are. But we're paying a price, with our wallets every time we fill up with gas. The idea that you didn't think that, they would be able to close down the Strait of Hormuz and block off the spigot for oil into the rest of the world, which affects the prices all over the world. And,
Right.
we might make enough oil here to, refine enough oil here and pull it out of the ground here enough to supply ourselves. But, the companies are not going to, British Petroleum is not going to keep the lid on prices just to help out the consumers here.
Right. Right.
They're going to work it for every bit that it's worth. When oil prices go up, gas prices are going to follow. And not only are they going to follow, but they're going to bump them up a little extra to make that extra
Right.
profit so that they can keep locking out those workers in Whiting. It's a shame that, we have this price gouging going on. Not sure exactly how to approach that whole apparatus, but there's got to be a way to put some constraints on it, and I'm going to try and come up with some creative ideas to do that.
Well, kind of going back to SCA 1, the bugaboo for what other, the component now we just is the latest. we don't want property taxes at all. We're just going to get rid of property taxes. I feel like that sounds kind of good in theory, but that's a really bad idea. So, how do you, any ideas how to fix that?
Everybody hates paying property taxes.
Right.
The fact of the matter is we need to have some kind of funding mechanism for our schools. We have to have some kind of funding mechanism for our police departments, our fire departments, to plow the roads, plow the streets in the wintertime and repair them in the summertime.
Yep.
That money has to come from somewhere. So where are you going to get it? What they're proposing is a sales tax increase in the sales tax, or expansion of the sales tax into services and things like that, which is a very regressive way. It affects the people that can least afford it the most.
Right.
I would, I think we should have more progressive income and business profit taxes.
Sure. Okay.
Right now we have a flat tax on both, and the restaurant, the corner restaurant, is going to be paying the same on their profits as BP is paying, or U.S. Steel is paying on, or Eli Lilly is paying on their tax, or on their profits.
Right.
Whereas if a business that is better able to handle it, that has billions in profits, they can afford to pay a little higher tax on their profits. Whereas the corner restaurant that's operating on a margin of 0.5% or something, they're going to need to have some relief from those taxes. So, property taxes are used because they're a stable tax base.
Okay.
Income taxes are not stable because of the business cycle. But if we're going to get rid of property taxes, let's have a progressive income tax and a progressive business tax to make up the difference. I think that's the fairest way to approach it.
Sure.
I think we should be going in that direction anyway.
Okay. That's a good answer. How about everybody's favorite question these days, data centers? For or against? Go. Sorry.
Data centers, they say data centers are for AI, right? Yet we open up our computer, we open up our phone, AI's there.
Right.
Okay. So if it's already there, what really are these data centers for?
Okay.
We already have the infrastructure to do what we want to do now. Building, and they're proposing what? I think they're testing the waters for at least 4 different locations in Lake County, and that's likely to grow. So what's the end game here? That's my question.
Okay.
And then the data centers, there's construction jobs that go along with those.
Sure.
But after the construction is over, what's left? As far as jobs, there's maybe 100 jobs in a data center complex. But also there's when you cover up hundreds or dozens of acres of fields when you cover it up with concrete and it rains like it's been raining lately, where is that water going to go? It's going to go into all our basements is where it's going to go.
Yes.
We've already been dealing with that, because of growth, and I'm not against growth, but I think that we need to be very careful about how we approach growth.
Okay.
And we have to do it smart. We have to look at all the different residual effects on our communities.
Okay.
And we need, more than anything, we need local control over how those things get done. And, right now, the state has put municipalities in a position where they are so squeezed for money for funding government that they are bringing data centers in against the will of their constituents because they have a financial hole to fill.
Okay.
And so that's been part of the plan, so to speak, behind SEA 1 from the beginning. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm pro data center or against data centers, but we need to be any kind of growth. We need to look at the benefits for the community and make sure there's local control over those benefits.
Sure. Local control. How about? It seems like I'm picking things out of thin air here. Our Attorney General is suing Maryville for a resolution that said, that we don't want, immigration, anything having to do with processing centers, we don't want it. And so, our AG is suing the town. And what, is there a way to get that sort of, get the AG under control? I mean, we're hoping it'll be different, after all this. But, how do you, and other, kind of, I guess, power grab? I'm not sure if that's the correct answer for it, but whatever he's doing.
It is a power grab, and our Attorney General is pretty far out there. I think there's better ways to be spending our tax dollars than suing our own municipalities over a federal government wish list.
Right.
And again, this goes back to local control. Our immigration policy, our immigration policies are screwed up. There's nothing sane about the way that we conduct immigration policy. It's there's so many different ways, and to come to, we need people, right? We need people to do the jobs that make our economy run. We need to treat all those people fairly, and we need. Right now, we have a lot of different visa programs that are all over the board. A lot of them are tied to a job, and when people come here, and that puts them in a position where their employer can exploit them more easily because, you don't agree with, or you want to form a union in your workplace. Well, we're going to report you to immigration. We're going to fire you, and you now your visa is going to be revoked because you don't have a job, and it just puts again, it's the corporate capture of our government, and immigration is done this way on purpose to benefit the corporate interests.
Right.
As it was written back in '96 with the IRA Act. Well, sure, that's how long it's been broke, for sure. This is WJOB 1230 AM. We have District 1 Democratic District 1 candidate for Indiana State, Senator Scott Huddleston. We're going to take a quick break, come back, a little touch of traffic and weather, and we'll finish out with Scott.
Yep, all right.
This is, That's What They Said, WJOB 1230 AM, 104.7, the BS on the dial.
For over 100 years, Roofers Local 26 has been keeping Northwest Indiana dry and safe. Since 1919, our highly trained members have built a reputation for skills, safety, and reliability. With a 4-year apprenticeship and certifications in OSHA safety, first aid, and CPR, we deliver quality you can trust. When you need roofing done right, choose Roofers Local 26, protecting what matters most for over a century. For more information, visit www.roofers26.com.
Introducing Powers Health, a health system with a new name and a strong legacy of caring for families in our community. One with a tradition of advanced specialized services and a vision for the future. One with a commitment to medical excellence and compassionate care. Everything we do, everything we believe, powers health.
When your home needs help, the last thing you need is a faceless corporation or sales-driven franchise. At Myers Companies, we've been proudly local since 1951, born and raised right here in Northwest Indiana. We're family-owned and operated, built on trust, hard work, and integrity. And because we're family, we treat you like family. Your comfort and safety always come first. For HVAC, plumbing, and electrical done right, choose Myers Companies. Local, family-owned, here for your family.
For a fast and friendly car wash, go to Easy Clean Car Wash. Open 7 days a week in 4 convenient locations: Highland, Griffith, Cherville, and Lansing. Free vacuuming, air freshener, and a towel with every wash. It's fast, safe, and gentle. For more information and hours of all our locations, visit myeasyclean.com. Also, see how you can wash your car daily with our $10 Ultimate Wash for only $19.99 per month. Give your car the best clean at Easy Clean Car Wash.
Ogren Insurance, Hammond's oldest family-owned independent insurance agency, now in its 3rd generation providing clients in the Chicago area with products from quality insurance companies to handle your every need. Regardless of driving history, Ogren Insurance can find the right coverage for you at competitive prices. To learn more about the insurance solutions and services we offer throughout Indiana, Illinois, and Michigan, call 219-933-0076 or visit our website, ogreninsurance.com. We're located at 6929 Homan Avenue in Hammond, Indiana. Do business locally with someone you know and trust.
All right, welcome back. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say the same thing. Welcome back to That's What They Said with your host, Michelle Quinn, and our producer, Adriana Alvarez, and our co-host, Larry Kyleman.
And most importantly,
our guest,
Scott Holderson.
Yes.
There we go.
Yes.
Give us an intro on who Scott is again, please.
Scott is our Democratic candidate for District 1 State Senate seat.
There we go. So let's do some quick traffic and weather, and then we'll go straight into phone calls. So currently right now at the Shack Events Host Studios, it is 67 degrees. Today we are seeing highs of 83 degrees and lows of 68 degrees. Later on, we're just going to see some humidity throughout the nighttime. Wednesday, highs of 81 degrees, lows of 68 degrees. Heavy afternoon thunderstorms, drenching thunderstorms with humidity later on in the nighttime. On Thursday, highs of 76 degrees, lows of 67 degrees. Humid with thunderstorm in spots and thunderstorms early on in the nighttime. Let's take a look at traffic in the northwest region. Is looking pretty good. 65 going north and south is looking good. 80 going east and west is looking good. 90 going east and west, Chicago Skyway, Bishop Ford, Dan Ryan are all coming along great. You're going to get a bit of traffic as you head into the city. Exit ramp is closed due to a police investigation on the Dan Ryan I-9094 west at Roosevelt Road. So that's a bit further into the city area. So if you are headed that way, just be sure to keep that in mind as you are traveling. But other than that, we do have one phone call.
Okay, and that's about all you have time for because you got to get to work, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Because I was just looking. I'm like, do we still have time? So,
Caller,
all right, yes.
Caller, tell us who you are and give us your question, please.
Good morning. Good morning. You have a Democratic candidate for the, what district is that?
District 1, sir.
Okay, District 1. Okay. That's not my district, but however, Mrs. Scott, you'll be representing us in other districts. I'm in Gary, so that would be district. The districts are different. How could? Okay, my District 3. Okay, I'm going to support you, and I'll also send you some money because it's not that because you don't have to live in my district, but you will be representing me. And I like the fact is that what you said that you would be for the people. Now, the data center, you brought that up. If the people are against it, then I think, Michelle, you mentioned that the AG was filed. I applaud those council people who indicated that we don't want it. So you stick with that. Is that correct?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
I
Okay.
believe in
You stick with that.
government as close to the people is the most effective. Indianapolis shouldn't be dictating what local governments can do with their zoning.
Oh, okay. That's the kind of candidate I like. And I'm going to be sending. I'm going to say this. I'm going to send you some money. Okay.
Thank you.
I'm going to get some money. I'm going to get some money to you. And Michelle, you know that's when it's coming from me. It's coming because I believe in the right thing. I don't care. Yes, I do care if you're Democratic or Republican, but sometimes the Republicans that are running for that seat, they want to carry out Trump's water, and I don't want that. Okay, don't want that. And I'm going to be sending you some money, but I'm not going to go any further than that, though. So you expect to get something from me, okay? Very soon.
Thank you, sir. All right, that was our friend Ron
That was
Matlock.
Ron Matlock calling in.
Yep. So,
Thanks a lot, Ron, for the call. 845-1100
all right.
is the number. Scott, how much longer we got with you?
Maybe 3 more minutes.
All right,
right.
maybe 3 more minutes. Good time for
Anything
final
else?
thoughts.
Yeah.
Anything else? What would you say? You got 2.5, 3 minutes to get your message out. The general election's tomorrow. What do you got to say?
Well, we need a voice for working families in Indianapolis. Right now, working families are being squeezed between high costs and low wages, and that's being done on purpose to benefit the corporate interests. We need to look no further than our NIPSCO bills to see how that's actually working. But looking at the other end of the spectrum, the wage part of it, wages, businesses consider Indiana a low-wage state, and that's what I term as the Indiana discount. And we have the lowest minimum wage in the country. It's tied to the federal minimum wage of $7.25 an hour, and that's just absurd.
Which hasn't changed in how many years?
Since 2009,
Yeah.
I believe.
Yep.
Crazy.
And we've constrained unions. We need to reverse the right to work legislation. We need to bring back prevailing wage. I was looking into the statistics on construction work in this state, and we are like 6% below the national average on construction wages. And that's because in 2015, the legislature cut out our prevailing wage laws. So now, you're getting people coming in from out of state getting these contracts, and it's undercutting the wages of hardworking Hoosiers. We see some of that, although it's a different approach in Whiting at the BP finery. They're bringing in replacement workers and paying them more, probably double what they would be paying their regular workforce. And that tells you it's not about the money there. It's about power. They want to take any kind of control that the workers have over their working conditions. And we have to remember that the working conditions in a refinery are pretty dangerous.
Right. That's on a good day.
That's on a good day. And the danger isn't constrained to the refinery. It affects the entire community here in Northwest Indiana. That refinery sits on our source of drinking water. And when things go sideways in a refinery, they go sideways fast, and they go sideways bad. And, there's a potential for contaminating our source of drinking water from that industry. And we need people in there that have the knowledge, have the experience to be able to catch those things when they happen, because they do happen. But it takes experienced operators. And part of what BP is demanding is taking away some of those jobs that are safety related, that protect our communities, some of the controls jobs. And they want to turn them over to management or outsource them. And, we need to have people in there that can say no. We have the ability to shut this down. We're going to shut it down and make sure that it doesn't get worse and fix it so we can continue operating safely.
Okay.
And, that's the key to what's going on in Whiting. And I just wanted to highlight the fact that those workers are the break wall between us and catastrophe from a major industry in Northwest Indiana.
And they do it proudly.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
So with that, I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you for inviting me on this morning.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Thanks for being here, Scott.
This is my time of day. I feel good this time of day. I'm an early riser.
There you go.
Ah, bless.
See?
And, someone's got to be.
Gets up early, goes to work, works hard. That's what we need. That's what we need.
Excellent.
Someone who wants to work.
Yep.
So
all right.
Thank you.
Cool.
All right.
Thanks
Thank you so much. This is AM 1230, FM 104.7, WJOB.
Need clean energy without the junk? I'm Jim Diedlow. I used to live on burgers, football, basketball, baseball. Now I'm gluten-free and more into biking, golf, and yoga. But I still need energy. That's why I love Paradise, developed by Emily D. Edwards right here in Cherville. My favorite is Paradise Packs Strawberry with gluten-free pretzels. Find it soon at Strachan Van Til or at spreadparadise.com.
Free summer music is still rocking at Fox Point. Our Wednesday night concert series brings Trippin' Billies, The 1985, Elton Jeff and the Honky Cats, Mike and Joe, and Dick Diamond and the Dusters. Friday Night Lights brings you Gold Dust Dreams and One of These Nights on August 21st, and Mexico and El Corazon on September 4th. Fox Point in Lansing, Illinois is just minutes from I-8094, and parking is free. Visit foxpoint.org for our full schedule. That's point with an E, foxpoint.org.
The best just got better. Tech Credit Union is proud to celebrate being recognized with Best of the Region, Best CEO, and Best Banker. To celebrate, we're offering 3 special CD offers with rates up to 4.5% APY for a limited time. Visit techcu.org or stop by your nearest Tech Credit Union branch or call 800-276-8324 to learn more. Tech Credit Union, the better option for people and communities we serve. Member NCUA. Minimum deposit required. Offer subject to change. Visit techcu.org for complete details.
IBEW Local 697 electrical contractors bring the highest standard of electrical work to Lake County homes, schools, and businesses. From everyday fixes to once-in-a-lifetime builds, we don't just get the job done, we get it done right and up to the highest safety standards. When you need electrical work, hire the professionals who power Indiana. Powering Indiana, Lake County, bringing excellence to the job, creating a brighter future for our community.
This is AM 1230 WJOB 104.7. That's what they said.
We're
Me,
back.
Michelle, Adriana producing like an ace.
Woo.
And special guest in from Gen Con 2026. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Tucker.
Hey, I'm a little taller than that.
Just a little taller. So,
and I did.
Y'all went to Gen Con.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And how many hobbits did you see?
I actually did not see any hobbits. Michelle was the one hunting for hobbits to injure. I was just wandering around. I will say, I want to point out, I wore this lovely video game T-shirt for the sole benefit of your mad Macintosh fellow.
Yes.
That continually critiques my attire on the air as if, I care.
You know. All I can say is indigent. That's all I can say. Indigent.
Gen Con was fun, though. It was,
Good. It was at Lucas Oil Stadium?
It's and the convention
Part of it.
center.
In the convention center, okay.
And the theater. It basically takes over all of Indianapolis.
Oh, wow.
Nerds were everywhere.
So, like, a bunch of people were just...
I think the rough attendance estimates for this year was 72 to 75,000 people.
Oh my god!
You're kidding.
They converted the Indiana Theater into the Dungeons and Dragons Tower, and each floor had some different Dungeons and Dragons activity.
Did you have a dungeon master on every floor with the dice?
I never went over there, but they apparently had like a D&D carnival where they had stations set up for you to figure out your strength and charisma, and which was always like -5 for most people.
Well, yeah,
myself included.
Look at this. Where do you think half of these listeners would be on the charisma scale if it were a big D&D game? Oh God, no. We're talking D&D. Well, that's good. You had fun. Comic Cons were my thing,
right?
And so on. Did you do any cosplay?
No.
Neither of. No, you saw a lot of that. What was the most popular cosplay you saw?
Well, there was.
Do you think?
There was. I mean, you get
what fantasy genre or gaming genre?
There's a lot of elves.
Yeah,
a lot of different elves.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Indianapolis needs those too.
The nerd conventions are special when there's a guy walking around with a big sign that says, "If you can afford to be here, you can afford deodorant."
That's right. That's right.
Is the BO quotient. It's real.
It is at the Comic Cons too. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, the jokes abounded because of course during the day that we were there, because I got down there Saturday, but Indianapolis had some inclement weather, and we were under a tornado warning. But let me tell you about a tornado warning.
Did they put off the siren in Bag End?
No, there was no siren.
Fire department come out?
No, every 30 seconds, they had this... It was like a dystopian nightmare, Attention, we are currently under a tornado warning.
Oh,
and just that, calm, soothing voice.
If you need to unload, please go to the white zone.
Yeah, basically. So it was like, we're sitting there. I mean, he had gone into one of the exhibit halls, and I was sitting out there with a nice nerd family. And we were just talking, and then all of a sudden, everybody's phone starts going off. And so I had to go try to find him, and I'm trying to frantically call him. And the Asmodeus! It's on top of the big yellow circle.
Oh, no, Sauron's mad.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Oh, no.
Don't want to yuck anybody's yum here.
No. Look, I'm self-aware enough to know what these things are. And I mean, I went to stuff that I have no interest in just to see it. I mean, I dragged Michelle to the Warhammer experience. And
what do you do? Paint figures for 4 hours?
Yes.
Little Space Marines.
We did not get enough time to paint our Space Marines.
Did you finish your platoon at least before you
No.
went?
It's just one. You did just like one.
That's fun.
I did
How
my
fun?
name's Jeff. So.
I'm going to show you which brand of acrylics work best on these figurines.
Well, and
That's
that
cool.
would have the painting the figurine. That part would have been fine in and of to itself, but then they give you, we're going to talk about how to play, Warhammer,
Sure,
Space Marine Jamboree or whatever the hell.
Right.
So you roll the dice, and the guy moves 5 inches, and then you roll the dice, and he shoots another guy, and then you roll the dice, and then you roll the dice, and then you roll the dice.
It's a lot of dice rolling.
Right. And I'm, I am less video game inclined than anybody, but I'm sitting there watching this. I'm like, couldn't this be a video game? And he's explaining to me that,
it is.
It is. Well, yeah, but then
But
why?
some people like to go old school and just ditch the video. See?
That seems like a lot, but they're trying to explain it, and I'm just, okay, how do I try to look interested in this?
That's nice, honey.
Basically, yeah, to his credit too, he was also as
Oh,
bored.
yeah.
Yeah, I like the trading card stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole Gen Con thing was, it was one of those, I told myself I wanted to go once in my life.
Sure,
And I tried to go 2 or 3 years ago, but I got COVID, immediately when I got there. So this was take 2, and, I had a good time.
Are you going to go again?
I don't know. I don't know that there's, enough for me. Although
I see.
So
y'all just got real silent.
Oh no,
I
we were
apologize.
looking what?
What's going on?
I believe that the person that you have calling in is on the line. So
Okay.
do we want
All right.
to take them?
All right, well,
Or did we want to do a quick break?
we can do a quick
Let's
break,
do a
but
quick break
but
and-
first, before we
Yeah.
go, we're all chock full of interviews today because right after Mr. Holdison, we have an author,
Another author.
friend of mine, from he's region through and through by way of Alabama
Oh, how
now.
nice.
So, and he's got a new book coming out, but we will go ahead if we want to take a break and knock that out.
And speaking of authors, I just want to go back to one we had on
Yeah.
a few weeks ago. Adam Axler, owner of a collectible bookstore, and so on. He will be appearing if you're in the Boulder, Colorado area.
Oh, wow.
Just saying, if you're listening
Okay.
out that far, you're going to be there tomorrow, August 5th. He'll be at the Boulder Bookstore.
Fun.
And then on August 8th, he'll be at Artifact Books in Encinitas, California.
Okay.
On August 8th. So August 5th in Boulder, Colorado, and Encinitas, California on August 8th. You could find Adam Axler, author of American Triage.
Yep. very
Coming
cool.
up after the break, we have
Carl Koweski.
Carl Koweski, another author. Coming on up, this is AM 1230.
There we go.
WJOB 104.7.
It's the simplest expression. The smallest thing that changes everything. A smile. So easy. A smile lights it up. Apologizes. And welcomes unconditionally. Because the shortest distance between two people is a smile.
Thank you.
Strachan Van Til, where making life easier starts with a smile.
Come to Fox Point Saturday, August 8th for an unforgettable night of classic soul and funk. Solid Ground Band opens for Shining Star, a stunning tribute to the magical music of Earth, Wind, and Fire. This special August 8th concert is free. Bring your appetite and enjoy our bar and delicious local food. Fox Point in Lansing, Illinois is just minutes from I-8094 and parking is free. Visit foxpoint.org for details. That's point with an E, foxpoint.org.
From the gas in your car to the heat in your home and the roads that you drive on, our work powers daily life. We are USW Local 71, the proud men and women of the Whiting Refinery. We're not just refinery workers. We're your friends and neighbors, raising our families here, shopping in the same stores, and cheering in the same stands. USW Local 71, powering the region because we are the region.
We've had some cars run into the barrier wall, not paying attention. They were on their phone.
Texting, scrolling. Yeah, it's bad.
Most often they be on their phones or they're just not paying attention. They can cause a crash.
We could stand on the side of the road and watch every other vehicle looking down into their lap as they're passing us. You know what they're looking at. They're looking at their phone.
Phones. On their phones, not paying attention.
Phones.
I'm not a mathematician, but I say probably about 80% of the people who pass me are on their telephones.
No call, text, or video is worth putting yourself or a road worker in danger. When driving through construction, LIUNA members ask you for your sake and ours.
Slow down, stay off your phone, please. Be aware where we're at, where the cone zones are at.
Stay off your phones and buckle up and drive safe.
We're not asking for much.
This is Brian Short, business manager for the Indiana Laborers District Council. Everyone deserves a safe place to work. Do your part in the cone zone. Slow down, save a life. We're all in this together.
A message from Laborers International Union of North America and affiliated locals.
And welcome back to That's What They Said. I am your host, Michelle Quinn, with my partners, Adriana over here on the keys, and then over here to my left, Larry Kyleman.
What up?
And of course, my lovely betrothed here, Mr. Christopher Tucker.
Hey, Jeff.
Good day, Jeff.
Hello, Jeff. Michelle, we have a guest.
So we have our second guest today. It was kind of like a bounty of interesting people to talk to and stuff. So on the line, we should have Carl Koweski of Northamski a zillion years ago by way of Alabama now. So, all right.
Good morning.
Carl, you there?
I am here. Good morning.
Hey, friend. How's it going, man?
It's going wonderful. Excellent. How are you?
It's 7 o'clock in the morning here. You at least have an hour on us.
Yeah. Yeah, ordinarily I'd have been at work 3 hours already, so it's all good for me.
Oh, Jesus. So anyway, we have you on here because you have, you are an author and you have a book coming out and stuff. So let's get to that in a second. Tell us about yourself, Mr. Koweski. Start off by let's start there.
As you know, I come out of Hammond, Indiana. North Hammond. Back in the day, nice Polish neighborhood. In the shadow of St. Casimir, and I got tired of that pretty quick. So as soon as I turned 22, I got out of there. I moved to rural Alabama.
Yes.
And
frying pan meet fire.
I've been here pretty much ever since.
Excellent.
Go
ahead. Sorry.
No, go on.
No, you.
No, please. You've been there. What you were you left Hammond when you were 22, Carl. What year was that?
That was 1997.
Yes.
Okay, so you've been down in Alabama for about the last 30 years. What prompted the move to Alabama from Hammond?
Always a woman.
Was it a woman for you, Carl?
It is always a woman. It was a woman.
Is it still that woman?
No.
Oh, okay then.
No,
all right. So you get down to Alabama.
She passed away, and I just stuck around, yeah. Huh?
Oh, sorry.
No.
Sorry for your loss, sir. So you got to get down to Alabama, and then?
Well, no. Well, what I was going to say is prior to Alabama, Carl, the way Carl and I met, I suppose we can, take it back there for a second.
Mm-hmm.
He went to IUN with me. And how did you end up?
For a hot minute.
Yep. Freshman year, so he took composition with my dad. Oh. And so I can't remember exactly how you ended up on the newspaper with me, but
He said I should meet you.
Oh, okay. Okay. So Carl came in and was our star reporter, and I've talked about the situation I got myself into in college. Well, Carl was the reporter during that meeting where I had to go before the publications board and defend, being an idiot. So
yeah, that was an odd time.
yeah, it was. But you came through it beautifully. And then so then Carl, he continued he went to Alabama. Well, no, you were there a couple years. How many years were you at IUN? Was it just?
Oh, I was there for a semester and a half. I bombed out in the second semester.
Oh, okay.
Apparently, you have to show up for those classes.
Yeah. Yeah, you kind of did. Because I did the bare minimum because of newspaper and stuff. But anyway, so then Carl, you got the job at the factory. That's one of Carl's big things is, blue collar, and he works at a factory and stuff. Mm-hmm. So, God, where am I going with this?
Well, to be fair, I wasn't smart enough to go anywhere else. So
no, come on now. Your writing is amazing. So I've read Carl's stuff. I wish I had an author that I could compare him to. You can't, because he writes, mainly stuff about the region. So it's always very homey and very...
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't do a lot of prep for this.
It's okay.
All right,
it's all right.
I apologize, Carl, but I'm on your. I'm at the literaryunderground.org. I'm assuming that's where you have your Polish Hammer Poetry Corner.
Yes, that was one of.
Yeah.
Do you still do? You still do
Poetry
Corner, right?
I do a weekly column.
Yep, he's got a post.
I do a weekly column for that.
As a matter of fact, yep. Chaos to the Flight. What, Carl? You're a kid in North Hammond doing the things that kids in North Hammond do. What got you into writing, Carl? What got you into the written word?
Well, it just never felt like I had a choice, really. I mean, I was a reader from a very young age, and it just kind of progressed naturally from that. I just wanted to write my own stories, and so, it started off writing fan fiction. I was a big Nancy Drew fan.
Now stop. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just by the tone of your voice and your manner, I'm going to assume you're Gen X like us. Nancy Drew? You got into Nancy Drew?
That's right.
Wow.
I could not stand the Hardy Boys. I could not stand the Hardy Boys.
The hell with them. They're chumps.
Right. So, I was a big Nancy Drew fan, and then, I was probably 8 or 9, so I started writing pornographic fan fiction about Nancy Drew, and then, it just progressed from there.
I hate to ask, were those idiots the Bobbsey twins ever involved?
God.
No, but What was her friend's name? I can't remember her friend's name. She had 2 friends.
Wanda. I think it was Wanda.
Wait, let's see.
Oh, wait, that was another.
No, that doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound right. I think it was Betty. So you can go from there and imagine.
I'm doing so right now, and I'm a little bit ashamed yet still intrigued. So you go from writing Nancy Drew fanfic. You get the
Bess
high school.
Marvin, George Fane, and Ned Nickerson were her friends.
There we go. Good old. You had to watch out for Ned. He was quite a character. Behind the blinds. Did you graduate from Clark, Carl?
Yeah. Yes, I did. Class 92.
Who was your favorite English teacher there at the time, or lit teacher?
I did. I had a couple favorite teachers. Turner. Can't remember his first name. Might have been Mike. Mm-hmm. I'm sure he's passed now. He was my English teacher. He's very supportive, and he's a really good guy. He had a very pessimistic worldview. He'd been divorced, and he was just cantankerous, and he was great.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one would probably be Mike Majeski. He was art teacher, and he introduced me to Buckaroo Banzai and all the kind of weird stuff that I like to this day. So those were 2. I mean, it was a good school. Mm-hmm. I think it's closed down now.
Yeah.
But
yeah, Clark.
Yeah.
I asked because I taught at Clark. In its
really?
years. Yes. So some of those names I know by association.
Sure.
The only one I could think of maybe from your time there might have been George Ann Zimniak. but even that.
Oh yeah, she was Miss Zimniak. She was my journalism teacher.
Ah, very.
So
nice.
I had her for about 3 years. Yeah.
I had her at the private school back at St. Tom's back in Munster, way back in the day. Great teacher. I was curious if you were going to mention Georgianne. So you're writing. I'm just, again, like I said, I didn't do a lot of prep, but I'm looking here. Very, very region-based.
Very region-coded.
I'm assuming a story here that you have from July 28th, A Taste of My Zucchini. Now, I'm going to read. I'm not going to read it on air. I'm not going to read it on air here, but it's very interesting. What is it about the region that still prompts you to write about the region? I mean, what more is there to be said about it?
For me, it's just a singular place. I mean, the novel itself takes place in the late 80s.
Yes.
And for me, I mean,
go ahead. Sorry.
It's just, no, it's okay. It's, I mean, it's just had such a huge impact on me. I mean, it's at that time, it's so different from today. Mm-hmm. You begin the morning, you walk outside, and then you just get into trouble. You run around, you do stuff like throw crab apples at cars. Mm-hmm. In the fall, and you throw snowballs at cars in the winter. Mm-hmm. It seemed almost safe that you can just go out and just do delinquent stuff.
Growing up,
and it seemed like nobody bothered you.
Yep.
Sure.
Yep.
And you had, Wayne's Trick Shop. I don't know if you remember the astrology shop where the South Shore Station used to be. I mean, that was just a beautiful building, beautiful place. Odd, just there's I'm not a world traveler by any means, but there's no place quite like it for me.
Sure.
And my mind goes there because I can tell all kinds of stories there, and it's believable.
Yeah.
The more absurd, the more believable it is in the region.
It certainly seems that way. What is you have a current book out or one coming,
Yes, I was going to
Michelle?
let you tell the title because I have forgotten it. I'm sorry. It's really early in the morning, baby. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Tell us about the new novel.
All right, so it comes out August 28th.
All right.
Wherever books are sold online, and it's called Mr. Joe's Pirates. Now, anyone who grew up in North Hammond knows Mr. Joe's is.
I was going to say it's
a bit of an iconic.
Is it centering around the bar?
Yeah. Yeah. Probably the whole novel takes place within a 5-block radius, I'd say.
Oh wow. Okay.
And it's pretty much about a guy. He's just turned 40. He doesn't have too much going for himself. He's a factory worker, alcoholic, spends most of the time at Mr. Joe's, and he has an opportunity to coach this Little League team after their previous coach burns up in a warehouse fire.
Oh, Jesus.
And he does it mostly out of spite because a coach on another team is kind of a childhood rival.
Okay.
And he ends up just kind of he ends up kind of mentoring these kids who are all delinquents. I mean, it starts off with the kid, stealing his hood ornament off his Buick, which is something we like to do back in the day. I don't know. We're all around the same age.
The test was how strong were you to pull it off in one snap and not struggle with it.
Well, see, I used to carry bolt cutters with me as well. So if I couldn't pull it off, I'd snap it off.
Yeah,
I was,
sure, man.
And I was one of the good. I was one of the good kids too, but we used to love to steal those hood ornaments.
The Mighty Ducks of the region.
And it's just and it kind of goes from there. I mean, it's about grief, redemption, all that good stuff.
You think
it's not just
on the bit of grief? Do you think you put that out there? Does that special breed of region grief show up in your writing? Because I think,
of course.
We do things differently, obviously. Any small town or area
Right.
says that. But I think there's a whole culture around how we grieve in the region,
Interesting.
too. So was that some
Definitely,
of the
because-
influence there?
Definitely. I mean, yeah, I love, to this day, I love the region. But, even from an early age, there's always a sense of everything kind of falling apart.
Yeah.
And I think that plays into, it's kind of a tug of war between nostalgia and just kind of the sad decimation of everything that you love. I mean, everything goes away, right? But
Yeah.
All the stuff, the restaurants. I mean, even back in the day, I was still young enough where the Sin Strip on State Line in Calumet City.
Yep.
I mean, it was the place to be if you like dive bars, and now it's all gone. There's a bike path, and that's
It's
sad.
a bike path and a lot
I mean-
of empty lots. St. Margaret's is down to the ground too. There's very little evidence that was ever there.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's where I was born.
Yeah, me also, and a lot of my friends for sure. Carl, how often do you come back to the region to visit?
Well, my mom passed a couple years ago, and so I haven't been back to Hammond since then.
Okay.
My brothers, I have 3 brothers, and one of them is kind of a character in the book is kind of based off him. I went so far as to even keep his name, but he's a character. But they've all kind of moved out a little bit. Cedar Lake, Highland, even Gary. So, but they're still all in the region. They still work in the region, and
So can I guess?
so I go visit them.
I was gonna say, can I guess which brother it is
shoot.
that you left in?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it the Highland brother?
No, that's Steve.
I know.
No. Yeah.
So it's
it's not him. But he has been in several stories from Thrift Store Jackets, that book I published previously through Roadside.
Sure.
It's Pete. I mean,
there's all a level.
You'd guess him sooner or later. But yeah, I hadn't really included him in any stories, and this one it just fit. So.
Excellent. So.
Yeah. No, when I was writing it, a lot of it was just writing it and sending the pages to him, just kind of as a goof, and it ended up just kind of coalescing into a novel.
How did he help? How did he contribute to his own character or the story at large?
He just laughed and said, "Keep on going, doggy." That's it. I mean, because it's he's now you met Pete. He's hard to pin down, but he's a great guy. But he's pretty intense. as people in the region tend to be, you have to kind of have that aggressive mindset to get by.
Indeed. So how do you explain, or I don't know how much you have to explain now because the guys you work with, but coming down to going down to Alabama, how did you explain the region to your new people? Or do you have to? Is it just something that you have to let them experience?
Oh no. They don't care. I don't talk too much about my past. All they care about is Alabama football. So
That's true. That's all.
it's a totally different world. I mean, even writing a book, I would hope that I'd get it. Oh, good, and but they're like, a book, really? Nowadays, you're writing a book.
Why are you doing that?
Yeah. Call me back when you make a video game. Right. They don't care.
Where can we find you on the World Wide Web, Carl? Where's the best place to find you and your work?
You probably have to Google me. I have the weekly column at In Conversation, and then from there it's just my stuff crops up, and I guess what's called the small press, independent press. It's all online now, so a Google of my name would pull up a bunch of stuff. The In Conversation, the Literary Underground, I have the weekly column, and that kind of just keeps, and that's it's good for me for discipline as far as just keeping me in front of a, keyboard and, once a week, 1,500 words,
Yeah, it keeps you disciplined.
Yeah.
Indeed.
And so on.
Yeah.
You certainly heard where this is coming from the chat board here. Listener Mike asks, who do you root for? Were you a Bears fan? And how do you feel about them coming to and maybe taking out part of where you live?
I was going to say, dude, they're, the Bears are supposed to be, that is your neighborhood. I can't imagine.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm excited. I love the Bears. Always love the Bears. Always will love the Bears. It was hard to love the Bears when Jay Cutler was the quarterback, but I still did it.
Okay.
So, Bears, Cubs. I'm a Cubs fan, even though I come from, I guess what would be considered the South Side. I'm still Cubbies through and through.
Right.
As far as the Bears moving to Hammond, my only concern is, where are people going to start dumping their dead hookers now that they've got the stadium there?
Right. Yeah, the access to Wolf Lake might be a little restricted.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot harder for the boys to,
It's like when they cleaned up the Little Cal about
take care of business
10 years ago. You didn't have all the bodies blocking the waterways anymore, and so
yikes.
Spring thaw isn't as fruitful as it used to be. Let me just put it that way.
Found another Jimmy Hoffa.
They found another Hoffa. We haven't found him yet. What do you do?
I'll tell you this.
Go ahead, Carl.
When so I always loved the Bears, right?
Right.
So when I come down to Alabama, it's all about college.
Right. Yeah. Roll Tide, all that.
And there's really no professional teams in the area. I mean, everyone was crazy about college football.
Does anybody?
When I was up north, when I was in the region, my family, my extended family, they'd all graduated from Notre Dame.
Right.
IU, Purdue. That was the good side. I was the black sheep side of the family, but the good side, they all graduated. And for Christmas, they'd always give me these, sweatshirts from their alma mater.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I never wore them because, it'd be like wearing a Winger T-shirt, right? I don't listen to them. Why would I wear their T-shirt, right?
Exactly.
But so I always had that mentality that if people wore sweatshirts, they were, they graduated from the university. So I come down to Alabama, getting a job in the factory, and everyone's wearing Alabama shirts, right?
Mm-hmm.
And my first thing, I said, man, there's a lot of Alabama graduates working in a factory, isn't there? And then, they sent me straight pretty quick. But
so listen,
and then they thought I was an idiot. Yeah.
Well, as long as it didn't last too long, I mean, you're good to go, right? So when you realized, when he told you that not everybody there was a graduate of Alabama, how'd you feel?
I felt like I had a lot to learn about Alabama life.
What's your favorite? I'm going to have one. I don't know how long Michelle had you on for.
Yeah, we've got a few more minutes.
A few more minutes here till the 7:30 break. Favorite food up here in the region and favorite food down in Alabama.
Oh man, favorite food. I'm crazy for the pizza puffs. If I'd have stayed up there, I'd have been dead by now for sure.
Okay,
my arteries wouldn't have been able to handle
actually
it.
Increased your chances of living. That's good to know. That's good to know for the listening audience. It's rare, but it's good to know. So
but I'll tell you what I love. I tell you what I love up there, and I get it every time I go up there. There's a thing it's called Buttermilk House. It's a breakfast place in Munster on Ridge Road.
Yes,
and
that's a relatively new diner in Munster. Yes, in
Yes,
the old Munster
Commander?
Town Hall.
Yeah.
No, not
Oh,
the old
no,
Commander.
okay.
That's
Okay.
the
Yeah.
old Town Hall restaurant. Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And how
Yeah.
did you like it?
Now
the
they
last time?
have. Oh my God, they have a corned beef hash with upside down pineapple pancakes, and that every time I go up there I get that. That's
good
what I
stuff.
miss. I mean, I think about it now. Sometimes I'll have breakfast at the Huddle House. I'll be like, man, I want one of those upside down pineapple pancakes with the cinnamon butter.
And do you ask any of the cooking staff at your favorite diner where you live to make one of those for you? And if so, what did they say?
Yeah, I think the boys at the Huddle House would tell me to go get lost.
Pineapple.
And that's
Pineapple.
Yeah. And that's me that's me trying to be, radio friendly.
I gotcha.
Gotcha, I understand. So, what do you normally get then? What is your go-to, your favorite down in Alabama, your favorite food? Since you can't get the pizza.
Probably the ashes of my discontent.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, at
Yeah,
least
you don't come down here to eat.
You don't go to Alabama to eat?
No.
I'm like sitting there thinking, God, what would you eat in Alabama?
I don't know. I've never been there. Couldn't tell you.
I've never.
I mean, all right. So you can't throw a rock without hitting a barbecue joint, right?
Right.
So that's their, and I'm not crazy about it. I'll eat it, but
Right.
it's not like up north. I mean, when I come down here, the most disappointing thing was the gyros.
Oh,
because you find maybe one or two places. You go to Munster Gyros or something, and I mean they pile it on. Even the worst gyro shop in the region,
they make
it's
sure
just
you eat.
delicious.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, compared to down here. Down here, you get like 3 slices of lamb, piled high with. And it's like this is
Pile
horrible.
right with leeks
horrible.
and kale and okra.
No, I don't think.
Yeah, I mean it's just not.
How about the pizza situation down there?
All right, so pizza ain't great either.
Okay.
But I don't think when I was a kid, you had the Greek style. You had Larry's Pizza on Goslin, and I don't think you'll ever. Was it Pizza Man bought the recipe, and then they went out. Since then, I've never had a pizza quite like that. I mean, it's one of those things. It's just lost to time. It's just I'll always compare pizzas to that pizza I was eating when I was 12 years old.
Yeah.
Right.
And of course, there's nothing here that can touch it. It's real franchisey.
Very franchise type pizza down there.
Yeah. Grimaldi's has a real good pepperoni with hot honey.
That's delightful.
And that's good. I like that.
Yeah, I'd have to try that,
hot.
sure. We are coming up
hot
on
honey on pepperoni.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to try that for sure. Michelle,
Yeah.
we're coming up on the
Okay,
break.
cool.
I'll hand it on over to you for the last minute or two.
All right. Right now? Or,
Yeah, right now,
Okay,
so
so we're gonna.
yeah.
I guess we're gonna wrap
Adriana's
up.
asking for a break.
Okay. So, one more time. Anything else you want to add, my friend?
Well,
go ahead.
I'd be remiss if I didn't mention my book one more time.
Well, of course.
Mr. Joe's Pirates. Yeah, Mr. Joe's Pirates comes out August 28th. You can pre-order it now from Magic Jeep.
Yep.
MagicJeep.com.
Michelle McDonald is publishing.
That's Magic Jeep.
Yes.
Yep. The
Yes.
Magic Jeep.
Thank you.
Just like it sounds.
Yeah. And she's an amazing publisher and editor, and the book is if it's readable, hats off to her because she's an amazing editor.
Yeah, she was a friend of or mutual friend through the small press stuff when Larson and I used to do it. So, so I can't remember. Did we ever publish you?
Me?
I'm sure we had to have. Yeah.
Maybe. There's about a 8-year period there where I just kind of quit writing.
Right. You want to?
I don't know why.
You want to expound on that a little bit, or?
I can't explain it. It just part of it I think is my kids got old enough to look me up on the internet, and that's not a good thing when you're kind of a confessional type writer.
Yeah.
Well, one thing about kids, they don't appreciate pornographic Nancy Drew fan fiction.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
Everything is full.
So I kind of, I got away from it, and it was easy to get away from.
Sure.
I didn't miss it. And then one day I did miss it, and I think it was 2023. I just, started hitting it hard again.
Okay. Yeah, because there was a while because, I do.
Yeah, I just kind of stepped away from everything.
Rebalance your chi.
And I needed to.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sure.
I needed to. I'd gotten to where I was just writing fan fiction to myself, rather than actually constructing characters and whatnot. So the time away did me good.
There you go. And so now we have your new book about a little league team in the 80s.
Mr. Joe's Pirates can be found at magicjeep.com, ready for pre-order, coming out August 28th, you said, Carl?
Yes, sir.
All right.
So I still have time. So
you have all the time in the world, Michelle.
I don't want McDaniel to kill me. So anyway, yes, that is it. That is his book. He is a region guy. He's a great friend. Funny guy.
Good yeah, very much so. Very much.
And if you like, if you like stories about, I don't want to say losers necessarily, about the lovable underdog, because that's kind of
always that's fair.
The what?
That's fair to say, yeah.
About people who, are just living their lives in a, very comedic region way.
Mm-hmm.
That's always been, that's where Carl writes from, because, wherever you go, you're always a regionite or region rat. So,
right.
But yeah, his stories of all. There's also the pilgrim. It was pilgrim porn, right? Or no.
Oh, Amish.
The Amish porn.
Amish,
yes. Yeah. There's some stuff out there that you can search for. Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Amish porn, and that's when you just walk up to their windows and look in.
Yes, what's going on here, guys?
Not sure.
What? I apologize. I don't know what's going on there.
Sorry, Carl.
So anyway,
that's all good.
Yeah, if you're looking for Amish porn, I'm sure you could find that out there in the world. So, and all right. Well, anyway, we now have to.
It's a very niche audience.
Very niche genre.
Yes.
Carl, thank you so much for calling in. We will be looking for your book, Mr. Joe's Pirates, at magicjeep.com, coming out on August 28th, and I will do some post prep when I get home and read some more of your stuff. Very interesting. Thank you, Carl.
Excellent. All right, we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right, take care.
You're welcome. This is AM 1230, 104.7 FM, WJOB. That's what they said. The BS on your dial. We'll be back.
I'm Pastor Eric Boone, pastor of the Tree of Life Church here in the great city of Gary, Indiana. The Notre Dame Credit Union. Go beyond and above to make sure that we are in position to make that greater impact. Listen, this credit union is one of a kind, and I'm looking forward to the future because I know that we will continue to do greater things together, and I'm forever grateful for a credit union like this.
Visit NotreDameFCU.com.
Hey Region, I'm T, and I grew up in East Chicago, went to college in Gary, worked out of Munster, and raised my family in Crown Point. I'm Region to the core. I created Region Hot Sauce, the flavor of the region. Added to chicken, fish, pizza, eggs, and more for the perfect blend of heat and flavor. Visit RegionHotSauce.com for a complete list of locations or to order direct. Region Hot Sauce, the flavor of the region.
We've had some cars run into the barrier wall, not paying attention. They were on their phone.
Texting, scrolling. Yeah, it's bad.
Most often they be on their phones or they're just not paying attention. They can cause a crash.
We could stand on the side of the road and watch every other vehicle looking down into their lap as they're passing us. You know what they're looking at. They're looking at their phone.
Phones. On their phones, not paying attention. Phones.
I'm not a mathematician, but I say probably about 80% of the people who pass me are on their telephones.
No call, text, or video is worth putting yourself or a road worker in danger. When driving through construction, LIUNA members ask you for your sake and ours.
Slow down, stay off your phone, please. Be aware where we're at, where the cone zones are at.
Stay off your phones and buckle up and drive safe.
We're not asking for much.
This is Brian Short, business manager for the Indiana Laborers District Council. Everyone deserves a safe place to work. Do your part in the cone zone. Slow down, save a life. We're all in this together.
A message from Laborers International Union of North America and affiliated locals.
Have you ever considered becoming an iron worker? Local 395 is now accepting applications for their apprenticeship program. Go to ironworkers395.com. Look under the training section, click on apprenticeship, and scroll down to the application. You must be 18 years old, have a high school diploma or GED, and you must be physically able to perform the work of the trade. Find out more by calling the apprenticeship school in Lake Station at 219-962-7675 or visit ironworkers395.com.
Good morning, everybody.
What up?
We are back. It is That's What They Said. I'm your host, Michelle Quinn. We've got producer Adriana and co-host Larry the K.
Me.
And my excellent boyfriend, Christopher Tucker.
Excellent.
He's
He's my excellent boyfriend.
It's very 90s.
Real, don't you like that? Real quick, back to Gen Con.
Yes.
So, what was the most expensive? No, the one question I had for you, just like comics, Comic-Cons and so on, there always seems to be a theme, or somebody is after, or a lot of people are after the thing. What was the thing as far as gaming at Gen Con this year? What was the anticipatory? What was the coveted event, product, whatever?
So the product was the Magic the Gathering Hobbit set.
Okay.
That was probably what people spent the most money on.
And it was a Hobbit set of Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, there's
Interesting.
a set of cards that's based on the Hobbit.
Right.
So people spending obtuse amounts of money to get the Smaug card or the Sauron card.
And they already have their limited runs of certain cards.
Yeah,
and
or like the
chase
One
cards,
Ring,
I guess
or,
you want to call them. Yeah.
I mean, that was probably the most promoted thing because the company that makes Magic the Gathering actually owns Gen Con because they own Dungeons
there we
and Dragons.
Go. Sure.
So,
wow.
Promote.
That's crazy. It's all under one company.
Well, it's all under Hasbro, actually.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Hasbro owns Wizards of the Coast.
Now that I did not know.
Dungeons and Dragons, which owns Magic the Gathering.
Wow.
So that's it's one. Everything is a conglomerate these days.
For sure.
But that was the big product. There wasn't really like a big show or unveiling. Joe Manganiello was running the D&D sessions.
The actor? No kidding.
And Felicia Day was running another celebrity D&D panel of people. Michelle's sad because she missed Trey Parker, but he was just there to play games.
He was just he wasn't there to film,
he wasn't there to,
or
do
a panel or anything. He was there to play. He came to Indiana. Trey Parker, co-creator of South Park, came to Indiana just to play board games. And you had a slight brush or no brush?
I didn't have a brush at all because I had. Oh, I have to say I made very good time down to Indianapolis.
Sure,
but by the time we got down there, because of all the road construction, the road to our hotel had, a big orange barrier to it. And I'm like, oh, wait, I can't turn. And he's like, wait, no, you can turn. So as I was trying to, once again go around the block, it felt like being at the airport, going around again. And as I, pull into the valet and everything, oh, by the way, Trey Parker just walked out of the hotel.
Oh, interesting.
And when it's like when you were making the turn onto the street to go around, I'm like, no.
And we went to St. Elmo's too, which was really good.
Yeah, that's famous steakhouse down there. And what's the
shrimp.
biggest? Did you get the
Of
just
course,
the shrimp
the shrimp
cocktail?
cocktail. Yep,
Okay,
yep.
gotcha. And did you have steak for the entree?
I had little sliders of steak.
Oh, nice.
She had a giant steak.
You had
I
the
had
giant
I had
3-pound ribeye.
No,
no,
Jesus.
okay. I don't know. You never. I don't know what you do.
No, I don't eat that much, Jesus.
Well, I didn't say you could
I
box
know.
it and take it home. I mean, there's something to be said for the eyes being bigger than the stomach, of course.
Yeah, no, I got my New York strip, and it was very nice. And I had their St. Elmo cola drink, which is, cherry and vanilla bourbon or vodka with with Coke.
With
so.
Coke, okay.
It's crazy the amount that Indianapolis puts forward for Gen Con.
Right.
Restaurants that aren't normally open are open for lunch so that they can get Gen Con money.
Yep.
Everything's themed Gen Con. There was even the Neighborhood Gentlemen's Club was posting on the
really?
Gen Con
Hobbits
Facebook,
free,
like,
Hobbit chicks free.
Nerds, come,
Come see things you'll never see before.
Basically, yeah.
You've never seen before, and maybe never again.
I mean, it's such a giant economic engine for like 4 days.
Right.
I mean, it's 75,000 people that are usually there for vacation with disposable income.
Mm-hmm.
And the city,
a lot of families.
Yeah, a lot of families. A lot of families. And the city clearly bends over backwards to.
Oh,
keep them there.
with most for sure. I mean, the argument, the Religious Freedom Act that
RFRA, right?
RFRA, that's and how Gen Con was going to say the hell with it if we can't, enjoy being ourselves in Indiana. We're just going to pull out, and that I remember that happening, and that almost seemed to be like somebody at the state said, we're going to be losing all his business if we do.
Right.
Is that what you want, Governor Pence?
It's funny, because of that, every entrance to the convention had a big sign that said, harassment will not be tolerated.
Right, yeah. And what a shame they have to put that up, too.
Right.
Put up a sign like that.
Right.
I remember going to Comic-Cons and you didn't have those signs or anything to worry about like that. Well, you had a good time, though. That's what matters, right?
We did.
And you might go again?
Possibly.
I can't remember.
I mean, I've also realizing my age, walking around the convention center, walking around Indianapolis, walking around the stadium. I keep telling people my Murtaugh syndrome was flaring up. People that have seen Lethal
Too
Weapon.
GD old.
Yeah.
Too GD old for this. Murtaugh. Too GD old.
How these people
how do they
carry
walk
these
around?
giant backpacks full of board games?
Right.
Are your shoulders made of metal? What's happening?
And same at the Comic-Cons. People towing their short and long boxes. They got dollies, full construction area sized out.
And bless
a lot of work.
families with the kids that stuff the kids and the board games in the stroller.
Right.
That's impressive.
Sit right next to Settlers of Catan, honey. Okay. I love it. So good time had by all. You know where they're not having a good time, it seems, is up in Maryville. AG Rakita.
Nice segue.
Here we go. You like that? Not a Gen Con convention, but, Well, if you've been lax in reading Indiana Attorney General, Munster's own, Todd Rakita.
He was there.
Oh,
he was in town.
I have to get this out of the way. Dr. Rakita, his father, has passed. Our sympathies to the Rakita family.
Mm-hmm.
Now back to ripping on Todd.
Yep.
Now, Maryville had passed a resolution that really does nothing.
Right.
Lawfully.
Yes.
And our AG seems to think that now the entire town of Maryville is are lawbreakers. Apparently, and if ICE comes here and wants to buy, you better sell to them, and so on. Otherwise you're going to be in trouble. Well, my questions are: how many federal contractors have been to Maryville to look around? And it was definitely after a resolution as a safe city or a sanctuary, so on, was passed. What's the point?
The resolution was a statement just to say, look, we don't want this.
Right.
But it's non-binding.
Exactly.
And the federal government, I have reported countless times on this story that says if the federal, whatever Maryville's protestations may be, they looked at the law. You can't, if the Fed government wants a processing center in Maryville, it's going to have to be there.
It's going to be there.
Right.
And so far, what has the federal government said about this?
Well, from what I understand now, they have taken Maryville off the list.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it was because, thou doth protest too much, I don't know the exact reason why, but people are pretty confident that Maryville is no longer in the running.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, no harm, no foul.
Right.
So why, and still, this happened 6 months ago.
Well,
it happened at the end of January.
The time to get from Maryville to Indianapolis can be a while in this day and age.
Sure.
Well, we were talking about this last night, going back to your boy Todd. I kind of, on a level, I feel bad for the man because he very clearly was lobbying really hard during the last election cycle for a position in the administration.
Mm-hmm.
His timing was all bad.
Yeah, it seems so,
and he didn't get anything. And I was saying to Michelle last night while we were eating, maybe this is his second attempt at trying to
Well, hey, look at me, Daddy.
something.
I'm, look at me. Look what I can do.
Yeah,
I'm just as mean as you. Right?
A deputy, maybe still thinks he has a shot at being a deputy AG or a associate deputy AG.
Right, yeah, going up the federal ladder, state ladder, I think he's at the end. That's it. I can't.
Yeah, he can't.
He can't run it. He's term limited,
Yeah.
correct? And this is it.
Yeah.
Or the next one is it, and so on. So what's he going to do from there? What's he going to run for?
Gov.
Representative again? Governor Todd Rokita out of Northwest Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
Not going to happen. Now, there's still too much hardline down there against Northwest Indiana.
Sure.
They don't want nobody. They didn't want...
but he's not Northwest Indiana anymore. He's whatever,
Take the boy out of the region. No, I don't know what the hell that means. 845-1100. We do got a few minutes left here before the Little Calumet River Basin Commission comes in. I might sit in on that one. I haven't done that in a while. We'll see what happens. But if you're a Maryville resident, right, or even just a Lake County resident, 845-1100, how would you feel about having an ICE detention center set in Maryville or set... let's see. Munster's got every parcel. Highland's got every parcel. Griffith has something, but I don't know how big for that. But, Maryville, Hobart, a lot of farmland, right? Or there's still a lot of space. So how would you feel if an ICE center, processing center, were to be put up?
They're not, but remember, they're not constructing anything. They're taking over warehouses.
Oh, yeah, that too. Thank you.
They're taking over, so whatever, areas have an actual, warehouse for, lease, then, the idea was that the federal government's going to come in and retrofit the building and then...
Right. So, I don't know. I just, I just don't see that happening in any case. I mean, the federal government, all the money is where what I'm saying. The sheer cost. They've already closed Alligator Alcatraz, due to cost overrun.
Yeah, the $10,001 that they spent on it.
Exactly, and then we have this. So we're okay. So we're going to just buy that warehouse and so on. I get it, but how many people really want that? If the federal government's going to do it, they're going to do it.
Right.
But there's still the local level. And Rokita obviously siding with the federal government on this because that's what he's got to do, apparently. You know, I don't think he's got a mind of his own at this point. How many people really want this? You talk. You're a journalist. You see more people than I do.
I haven't heard anybody wanting one of those
wanting
in there.
or not.
Nobody wants. I shouldn't say nobody, but you know, in the people that I have spoken to or that have spoken to me about it, nobody wants that. I mean, imagine being. You know, it kind of feels to me like what's that movie? The shoot, it's the one the Zone of. It'll come to me.
Okay.
But anyway,
I don't know.
It was a German film of a couple years ago, Zone of Interest, maybe.
Okay.
Well, anyway, it was about concentration camp in Germany, and it was focused around the people that lived next door to it.
Right.
And so.
Yeah, we got it right here. The description of it. You are correct. It is called The Zone of Interest.
Yeah.
That came out in 2023. In 1943, the commandment of Auschwitz, Rudolf Haas and his wife Hedwig strive to build a dream life for their family in a house right next to the concentration and extermination camp he helped create.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yes, I'm familiar with that.
Right, and so they never, in the movie. They don't, they don't talk about the concentration camp as I understand it. I haven't seen it yet, and I've wanted to see it. They don't talk about that, but, like, they'll be going about their normal day, and all of a sudden you'll hear gunshots or screaming.
Right.
As the, reminder of, it's next door,
What's
right?
going on? We have a caller here at 845-1100. Caller. Uh-oh.
She was
not that one, the other one. Nope, that one. Pick one. Pick two. Wilson Pickett. Hello.
Hello. I'm back. Oh, hi. Hold on. I got to get a little from the crazy message again.
Hello.
Caller, you're on.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi there.
Hi, this is Dawn Marie.
Hello.
Hello? What?
Here.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi, Dia.
Can you not hear me?
Yeah. Go. What do you got?
Okay. Why do we have to turn these places into ICE facilities? Why don't we just turn them into the same thing, but for homeless people? I mean, not the same thing, but break it a little bit more. Don't have cages, but have rooms.
Sure.
You don't want to feed the homeless, but you'll feed people that you want to get rid of. I don't understand.
Yep. That's a bit of a dichotomy right there for sure. Chris?
Well, I wanted to tell it.
Thank you, dear.
A similar story. So we have this exact thing in very rural Georgia, Social Circle, Georgia, which is that's super Trump country. It's. You drive by a guy with 8 Trump flags and 9 banners, and that's normal.
Right.
And they wanted to take over a large warehouse facility to turn it into an ICE clearinghouse, and the city manager said no, and nobody wanted it.
Sure.
Basically economic reasons.
Right.
The farmland nearby, so the rich kind of owners of the farmers didn't want their labor to be afraid of the ICE facility.
Not in my backyard.
Yeah, and
for
then
sure.
and it's just funny because these are all the people that supported that and are now suddenly extremely against it.
Right.
And they wound up buying the facility, but they can't use it, so they own an empty warehouse in Social Circle, Georgia, because the city manager won't.
They will,
do anything
and is anything happening federally there similar to here? So, might be just a case of not finding enough 10-year-old girl rape victims to, prosecute a doctor. We got another call here, 845-1100, 7:55 a.m. Go.
Good morning. Hey, can I make a quick announcement?
Sure.
Tonight is National Night Out around this area. So, just to let everybody know, a lot of communities, Munster, all these, have the National Night Out tonight, So you guys ain't doing nothing. The police, the fire department, the police and everything are going to be around. Helicopters will be out and all that good stuff. So being busy, go over there and check out the fire trucks and talk to the police. And they got activities going on at the night outs all around this area. So like I said, everybody just go out and enjoy and shake an officer's hand and a EMS's, because when we're in need of them, they're always sitting there in their firehouse or anywhere waiting to come rescue us.
Mm-hmm.
That's about all I'd have to say. It's been a wonderful show, your show this morning, Now, thank God that you're not on tomorrow, because I don't think I would want to bring that stuff tomorrow.
What's
Okay.
Well, tomorrow's National Oyster Day and National Underwear Day.
No.
Well,
And
TDF
and
could probably
tomorrow-
use one or both.
And tomorrow is Work Like a Dog Day.
Okay.
All right.
But now yesterday or the day before, it's a clip on my Facebook page. There was the waste management garbage truck that, picks up those big dumpsters and dump them into their back of their truck.
Mm-hmm.
A little pooch. He's got cameras in this thing so you can see it. A little dog. It was an 8-foot dumpster. Somebody dumped a little dog in that dumpster. He saw it moving around. It's a clip. It's so wonderful.
Okay.
And he called somebody. They came and rescued it. And then he called his wife, and then his wife says, "Bring it home." So after they cleaned it up, chipped it, got it all healthy and everything, that waste management truck driver has adopted the dog. And if you go, it was on Channel 7 ABC. It's on my page, but it is just we got so many people, pet lovers, household lovers,
Mm-hmm.
and it is just a wonderful story that if he wouldn't have saw it, that dog would have lost its life,
Mm-hmm.
But just everybody have a good day today, it's and just everybody have a nice, wonderful, and safe day today.
All right. You too, man.
Thanks a lot,
Yep.
Mike. We got about 2 minutes left.
All right. Yeah.
Little Calumet River Basin coming in.
Woo.
Dan Repay.
Yeah. Hopefully the
the
water's
man.
down.
Hopefully
and
the water's down.
they
The
can-
temperature's high. And it's a sunny. I don't know what the hell I'm going with.
I don't
this
know what
is
you're doing either. So.
Michelle.
Yup.
Chris, special guest Chris. Me,
Yep.
Larry the K, ace producer extraordinaire Adriana Alvarez. Last words, anybody?
No, I don't think so.
Michelle,
I could go ahead.
Chris.
Party and yeah.
I like that. Adriana?
Have a great Tuesday.
Yeah, wait. We gotta
And we
say.
will have a special guest next week.
Yes, tell us.
So next week I'm gonna make him. He does not know it yet. It's gonna be Bring Your Brother to Work Day.
Yay!
So,
all right.
We're gonna bring him in. They were just at the Padres game. They got
Okay.
that as a kind of a
Gift.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, he didn't die.
Hey,
you
That's
can
great.
enjoy America's sport, which is baseball.
So-
Also, the Cubs won yesterday. That was a great game.
Oh,
They
I
won.
thought that was
It
unprovoked war. Anyway, go ahead.
No, I was. So I guess the exciting thing is, did they get to drink on the government's dime?
I don't
or?
know. I want to ask him. I highly doubt it, because the thing with that, because we're just like, okay, what is he gonna do? What's he gonna want to do? And I'm thinking, okay, if anything, I already know, because they've put in so much work.
Right.
My brother's gonna want to go to the gym to make sure that he doesn't lose that progress, because you're gonna get fed a lot of food.
Right.
You're gonna get fed a little too much food, because the Trix yogurt was not doing it for him. He's like, I want birria tacos.
Yeah.
I want Chinese food. I want arroz con pollo. So I'm just like, okay, we know it's to get you. But
want it
we're
all.
gonna bring him in next week, and he's gonna tell us what he can. about
Yeah,
it
sure.
and maybe just the funny moments of it. And
Sure.
I'm very excited to see him, and it's going to be great. So
Well-
that will be next week. And then next week, we also might have another guest. I will let you guys know about that off.
All right.
So.
Groovy. So, all right, we are at the 8 o'clock hour. We wanted to thank our guest, Scott Holdison, who was here at the top of the show. He is the Democratic candidate for District 1 State Senate, running against Trevor DeVries. And then we also had my old friend Carl Kowalski, who is a small press author who likes to write about lovable underdogs. And the stories aren't, sappy, happy ending stuff. It's always, very interesting. And he's got, his book coming out. What was it? Uncle Joe's?
Mr. Joe's Pirates.
Mr. Joe's Pirates. So,
August 28th is the release date. And you can go to magicjeep.com to pre-order that book.
Yep.
That's been the show, folks. That's What They Said.
There we go.
The second most popular show here.
Second most popular
Woo! All right. Yep. AM 1230, FM 104.7, WJOB. See you next Tuesday.
Bye.
Tech Credit Union supports the essential role of union labor in building strong communities. That's why we offer hassle-free banking, financial empowerment, and a commitment to your success. Save for the future, handle life's challenges, and trust a partner that stands by hardworking union members. Tech Credit Union, the better option for you and your money.